About the date.
Yeah, look what's that.
Oh, it's the 16th. Let's
It
see.
is. It is. Monday, March 16th, 2020.
Monday, March
March
16th,
16th,
2020.
2020.
All right. We're going to just get started. Little big head. You ready to go out and play? We got to go and get the yard cut, too. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. How you all doing? This is your boy, Rob Thomas Jr., and this is the real news behind the news. Oh, yeah. Let's see who
I got
it
it.
is, man. Y'all give me a second. Um, Once again, this is your boy, Rob Thomas Jr. This is the real news behind the news. Huh? Who's that? All right, tell them to come in. Cause you finna get ready to go. We gotta get ready to go, man. Try to get some gas. Sit down, child. Y'all sorry about that, man. The little man sitting here. Today is March 16th, 2020, and we want to talk. We want to talk briefly about a couple of issues. How the city of Freeport has shut down, literally. Here in Freeport, man, just last week in Caddo Parish, they shut down the school system, which is leaving a lot of us parents having to figure out what we're going to do as far as taking our kids. Now, a lot of jobs have basically starting to shut down. Here recently, they had the casinos. All the casinos in the state of Louisiana, as of midnight tonight, will have to shut down for 2 weeks. So, whether you think this coronavirus is serious or not, what you think is serious, son?
I do.
You do? Why you think it's serious?
Because my family can die and I don't want to suffer from that pain.
So what we gonna do for these next 30 days? Cause look like me and you gonna be stuck here together, man. Go ahead. Close the door. Let Dad do it. Go ahead and play with your little friend. Come close the door. Yeah, me and him just sitting around here, you know. I guess it's gonna give us more time to bond. But let me see your phone, son.
It's right there.
Yeah, again, all the casinos here in Louisiana have been ordered to shut down for at least 2 weeks, starting midnight tonight. Can you imagine how that's going to affect the city of Freeport? Because the casinos here are one of the largest employers in the city of Freeport and across the river in Bossier. And now you got probably maybe 3,000-4,000 people now who are going to be stuck at home. Now, according to the bill that Donald Trump now passed and the House of Representatives and the Senate passed this Friday, a lot of these people might get some kind of unemployment benefits over the next 2 weeks, or they might get some kind of paid leave. But again, people like myself who have to get out here, man, and do do yard work, do the type of work that I do, which is remodeling houses and lawn and garden. You know, it leaves me stuck out because, hey, a lot of people right now are scared to allow people to come to their houses, man, and do remodeling work. So I'm in a real bind here. I thank God that we got a couple of days food here, but after this, it's gonna get real tough because now I got to figure out how to feed this little boy 3 meals a day. At least when he was going to school, I give him an orange, a banana, and some juice. Maybe he'll eat some cereal before he go to school. God has always blessed me to be able to feed him, but it's getting tough now because our food supplies are running low, and I'm pretty sure I am not the only one. And again, they closed all the schools down, but they're allowing the kids to come up and pick up grab and go lunches. And I applaud the mayor and the city of Freeport for what they're doing and how they're doing it. They're basically providing free transportation for all school-aged children to come to various schools and pick up a lunch. But again, that leads to ask the question, isn't that still putting them at risk? That's part of the reason why they closed the schools, because they didn't want all these people congregating. And now when you look at it, that the Centers for Disease Control has said that they really recommend that there be no gatherings of 50 people or more. Here in Louisiana, they're saying 250. Recommend that there are not any gatherings of 50 people or more. That's going to push a lot of jobs and businesses out. So again, we're not trying to start panic, but we are asking real questions, and we're just trying to put the real reality out there. A lot of people are saying that this just a scare tactic, this is hysteria. No, this is real life. Because again, I got to figure out how I'm gonna pay this phone bill by tomorrow to keep bringing y'all these stories. I got to figure out how I'm gonna feed this little boy for the next 30 days. And then if I do get a chance to get out and work, I got to figure out how I'm gonna get babysitting for him, daycare. While I'm out. So this is more than just a hoax. I know a lot of people try to say it's a hoax, but it's not a hoax. When you now have at least just in the casinos, you got at least 3,000 people who's gonna have to who's gonna not be able to work for at least the next 2 weeks. Hey, we thank y'all for joining in, man. If y'all wanna comment on this video, just go ahead and leave your comments. Hit that like button so it can help boost the likes up, and that helps the analytics, and we can get more people to join. Again, I thank y'all for supporting me, man. But there might be a point where I might have to shut these videos down for a little while over the next few weeks, man, because I gotta, every penny I get right now that I can, God bless me with, I gotta go and make sure that this little boy is gonna have food, and we get these bills taken care of. How you doing, Miss Missy Ann? Hope you and your family are safe, peace, and love. Well, we're safe, and it's just that it's going this COVID-19 virus is going to cause a lot of financial hardship. Now here with my business, I've already been kind of behind the 8 ball because it's been raining so much here. We barely made rent this month, and I've wished I'd have known that they're suspending or they're allowing a deferment for your electric bill payment. But I made sure that those 2 bills are going to be taken care of. But what we have to realize, man, is that this is going to be a financial hardship on a lot of people. Now, you do have Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard from Hawaii, who's actually still in the presidential race. She's going to be introducing a bill today to the House of Representatives, asking that the United States government provides at least a stipend of $1,000 per person in America, per adult in America. That would be a blessing, because as you can see, like I say, they're starting to shut the whole city of Shreveport down. And again, you're going to see a lot of people that's going to be facing financial hardships. Like right now, again, I'm facing the hardship, but I'm going to, just trust in the Creator. But enough about that. Just reach out. Make sure your families are safe, man. Make sure that you provide enough food just in case, they shut school districts down in your area. Make sure that you have a backup plan. This here caught us all off guard. Think about it. I'm out looking at a yard that I was supposed to be doing last week, and I get the emergency call saying that I got to come and get my son halfway during the school. They shut the school system down last Friday before recess. So it was crazy, So again, make sure you have a plan. I didn't have a plan because I didn't think this was going to happen like this. I knew it was serious, but I didn't realize that it was this serious. And I keep asking people the question that say it's not serious. When have they ever shut down all your major sporting events because of the flu? When have you ever seen a whole state shut down pretty much its entire school system because of the flu? You know what I'm saying? When have you ever seen casinos, one of the most greedy industries on the planet, shut down because of the flu? So yes, you all, and they're saying that we haven't even begun to reach the peak of this environment. This thing. How you doing, Ms. Love? You say, how many people affected? Well, right now here in Shreveport, there are 3 confirmed cases. Here in Louisiana, I think there's 150 some cases. But what makes Louisiana so different is we don't have the population as a Texas or New York or California or Florida. We're probably one of the lowest populated states in America. But so by that means that per capita, right now, Louisiana has one of the highest infection rates in the country. And as they're looking for it to get worse. again, per capita, by the number of people that we have, per 1,000 people here in the state, we have more confirmed cases per capita than any other state in America. And it's crazy because, again, you see people rushing out to hoard on supplies. That's a bunch of supplies we need right now. And even if I was blessed to get a blessing financially right now, heck, half the shelves are empty. It's crazy, but it is serious, you all. And again, we're not trying to spread panic, but we just want you all to be prepared. There's a famous proverb that says, chance favors those who are prepared, And again, we just, we reach out to y'all and ask y'all for y'all prayers. Again, we put our cash app out there. If y'all, you all feel led to help my son and I get through these next few weeks, hey, hit that cash app. It don't have to be much. 5 of y'all give $5. That'll be enough to make sure I got breakfast and lunch for him. Hello, brother. Hey, H, how you doing? Y'all give me a second. He went for. They say that. Well, we know that people are dying behind this virus. I understand that they haven't shown any photos, but that would be inappropriate for them to show photos, especially publicly.
Sorry. What? Dad, I just want you to know I'm being street player.
No, you finna be back here because we gotta go try to get some gas, so we don't leave the yard, son. Do not leave the yard. No, we gotta go and try to get some gas, man. We gotta try to hustle some gas so we can cut that yard. You gonna help cut that yard today? What? Just because, son. Bye. Just because you're out of school doesn't mean you're going to play all day. Matter of fact, while I cut the yard, you're going to do some math. Yes. Y'all sorry about that. That's just trying to be a dad, But again, as you all feel led to pray for us, man, and maybe help us financially, hey, we going to humble ourselves and ask. The cash tag is in the description, in the title section, and I'll put it up in the description section. But also, we want to talk about something on a whole different note. Heaven, R. Kelly needs a hug. Check this out, y'all. We all know pretty much that R. Kelly will never see the light of day again. Yes, love that. Well, I have to be strong and I have to be on point with him because, again, hell, if Dad got to miss work to stay home with you, I'm gonna be basically your instructor. I'm his instructor every day. I teach my son to always think for himself, always ask questions. And my son is he's a very smart student at school. He's pretty much straight A student. And I want to make sure that he don't think this here is just a vacation. Now you're gonna do some work around this house and you're gonna do some school work. And that's just what I believe. Education is the most important thing that we can give to our children. Outside of family, education is the next most important thing. And I'm real hard on education. Here I am. I'm well educated, got 2 degrees, and I screwed up making bad decisions. So my whole thing is trying to make sure that he don't do the things that Dad does. But again, R. Kelly needs a hug, y'all, because we all pretty much know R. Kelly will never see the streets again. R. Kelly's facing all these federal charges already, and then it just came back on him Friday and threw some more on him. They just threw 3 more charges on him. And it leads me to ask the question now. I'm not going to deny any of these things. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because I have to separate the two from each other. Him being literally one of the greatest R&B artists of all time. You won't find too many people in R&B that has as many #1 hits as R. Kelly. Heck, I'm going to be real. Half the people that's 30 years and younger probably was conceived while their parents was listening to R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? The only people who might have more #1 hits than him is people like Quincy Jones, Marvin Gaye, Babyface. People like that. R. Kelly has been a prolific entertainer since the late 80s. Well, here he is now, man, facing 3 more charges. Let me briefly read this, y'all. And I'm going to cut this video short because I got to go try to make some things happen. Make sure that this little boy is going to be taken care of. Plus, make sure he helped me take care of this yard. Since I ain't working, I might as well put him to work with me out here in my yard. But this comes from CNN. An updated indictment adds 5 acts of racketeering and charges to the singer and entertainer, with 4 more counts of violating the Mann Act for allegedly coercing and transporting women and girls across state lines and engaging in sexual activity. The new charges were included in a 9-count superseding indictment filed Friday in the U.S. District Court in New York. It replaces and enlarges upon a 5-count indictment handed down in the same district last summer. Kelly's, whose full name is Robert Sylvester Kelly, has pled not guilty to all charges in New York and other jurisdictions. He remains jailed without bond in the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Chicago. He has denied all allegations. The attorney for Kelly, Douglas Ashton, issued a statement Friday saying that some of the alleged victims appear to have remembered new details about their interactions with the singer. How does an alleged victim forget such things, he wrote. Or perhaps these alleged victims were not victims at all, but only women who have been told and instructed, even peer pressured, if you will, years later, that they claim a relationship that they freely and voluntarily engaged in should now, in the Me Too era, be classified as bad or abusive. And they are continually seeking to add facts, even if not truthful, to their story to make the alleged events as salaciously as human possible. Now I'm going to end that because it's something I want to say. You know, myself, I have no toleration for pedophiles. Anybody that mess with the elderly or our children, they deserve to be punished to the fullest extent of the law. You know, I do believe R. Kelly, it's pretty much well known that R. Kelly did have a penchant for underage girls. But in a lot of those cases, we got to ask the question, where were these young ladies' parents at? Shouldn't their parents be right in prison, right on the side of R. Kelly? Because in most cases, you understand, when you look at the facts, these parents pimped their daughters out to R. Kelly. As long as the money train was going, they didn't say nothing about their 15, 16-year-old daughters spending the night or living with R. Kelly. As long as R. Kelly was able to give them maybe $5,000, $6,000 a month, the parents didn't care. Now here he is, years later, all these people are throwing him under the bus, which rightfully, if he's guilty of these crimes, yeah, he needs to serve time. But at the same time, we have to ask, what responsibility do parents have? You know what I'm saying? In protecting their kids. And if these women pimp their children out to R. Kelly, shouldn't they be right there in prison next to him? That's called pandering. Human trafficking. These parents, in a lot of these cases, were involved in trafficking their children to R. Kelly. But R. Kelly is being the one thrown under the bus. And I had to do this story because, again, I have to learn to separate R. Kelly and his music. Now, I'm going to be real. I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. You know what I'm saying? R. Kelly literally is my favorite R&B artist of our generation. But I have to understand, this man is sick. He's a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? But also the parents are just as sick because they pimp their children out. Man, we see this every day. Well, recently around here, a lady got caught pimping her little 8-year-old daughter out. You see what I'm saying? You see it all across the country. Where this one lady just had her boyfriend and his cousin raping her daughter while she watched. We have some sick individuals out there, so that leads me to say, since I've been spending a lot of time over the last few days with my little man, we got to protect our children. We got to do a better job. A lot of us got to do a better job of protecting our children. Our children are vulnerable, man. And then you got these sick pedophiles running around here, man, at will. Like the last one video I did about a week ago where I told y'all, we constantly getting them notifications when these pedophiles get out of jail and they have to register as sex offenders. Man, we get one of them almost every month in our neighborhoods. So protect your children. Know what's going on, man. Know who's around your children. Also, ladies, I suggest, if you have a daughter and you have a man, if you're not married and you're living with a man, if your daughter is showing signs of depression or she's withdrawn, talk to your daughter. Tell your daughter that she can tell you anything. And if your daughter tells you that she's uncomfortable around this individual, believe your daughter before you believe this man. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. I've seen and I've known personally women whose daughters was getting molested by a man that they really just bought around their children. And then when the little girls try to tell the mom basically jumps on the little girl, calls her liars and whores and bitches and all this. And the man is literally molesting these little girls, man. That's why you have a lot of these girls running away, because what's going on in the household. So R. Kelly is a bellwether for what our society really is. We got a lot of sick people in our society, man. So protect y'all children. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna try to come back a little bit later this evening, because again, I'm gonna try to do at least one more video. There's another subject that I'm researching right now. I want to try to bring it to y'all just in case we are not able to do a couple of videos for a while. But we're going to try to do something tonight around about 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Again, protect your family. Make plans, man. If you're living in a place where you don't have a lot of cases of this virus spreading, protect yourself anyway. Prepare yourself. And don't go out buying toilet tissue and all that. What you should be buying is vitamin C. Stuff that's going to help, keep your immune system healthy, because that's who this virus is really affecting. And also, if you have loved ones, family members, like the people here in the casinos are going to be laid off basically for 2 weeks. So some of them might get paid, some of them might not get paid. Maybe you might want to come up with a fund to, for your family. You know what I'm saying? Just in case one of your family members has to be laid off, you can help that family member. And again, we're going to ask you all, man, if you all can help us, help me over the next day or two to prepare, keep my son prepared and make sure that we're on point. Y'all can hit the cash out. Again, we're not going to hold y'all too long. Keep subscribing, man. Keep hitting the like button, man. Most importantly, keep sharing our videos. And y'all pray for me. And again, if y'all can help us with the prayers, or even make just a $5 donation to the cash app, man, we'll be more than grateful. Let me get out here and go put this little boy to work. And until y'all see me on another video, y'all have a wonderfully blessed and prosperous day.